Hello Gemini, I hope you're having a lovely weekend. It is the weekend as I'm recording this. If you find this video at any other time, then please know that you found it at a time when you were meant to. So I want to welcome you warmly to the video today and thank you for watching and for being here. Special big thank you if you've been here before and if you've subscribed and you've liked the videos. It's so helped the channel, so thank you so much for that. And if you're new, you're very welcome. Spirit have given me a card already, which is their indication that they want me to stop talking and to get on with it. Here we go, Gemini. Let's see the energies that are around you at the moment, what Spirit want you to know, and what is coming in for you. Ooh, Gemini, we have reveal what needs to be seen. Focus on the positive. Be real. Attune to the divine. Just squeeze that in. And on the bottom of the deck, we have embrace the flow of life. Interesting, Gemini. Very interesting. Let me check you can see those. You can. Okay. Gemini, is there something that's on your mind at the moment? Something that you're keeping to yourself, something that you are trying to find a solution to, you're trying to sort out. Spirit are saying there's something here that needs to be brought into the open. As it says, reveal what needs to be seen. There's something here that needs to be talked through. There's something here that needs to be, maybe have a shared input to. You know, I don't mean that in any major way because you're quite capable of sorting things out yourself, we know, but just sometimes it helps to talk things through, doesn't it, with people? And this is the feeling I'm getting very strongly from this card today. So something that is on your mind, you're trying to find a solution to, don't feel you have to do it on your own, Gemini, because just airing your thoughts, it brings in different people's perspectives, which may give you that piece of information that helps you to move things forward. I do feel that it's playing on your mind and it's pulling you down a little bit. So Spirit are asking you to focus on the positive. What things are going well for you, Gemini? What things, are you proud of? What things do you want to build on? Very much, it feels like there's a lot of good things around you, or a lot of good things that you're achieving, but it feels like, other things are playing on your mind, pulling you down a bit and making you feel a little bit more negative. So Spirit are saying they really want you to focus on the positive and be you, Gemini. You've got so many good qualities, and, your personality is very multifaceted. We know this. And so they're asking you to just be who you are, to bring that light, that energy, that sort of gregarious nature of yours to the fore. They want you to be authentic and to really tune into that inner you. I use the word attune because we also have attune to the divine. So again, Spirit are saying if there's anything that you're struggling with, anything that you're not certain about, or even, you feel in need of a new burst of creativity, it's always like that feeling that, I feel like I want to do something new. What is it? What dimension can I bring in that's new to what I'm already doing? Spirit are saying, just ask and we will help guide you in this situation. We'll make the path easier for you. All you have to do, and I've said this many times in my readings, is just talk it out loud or write it in a journal. Be very specific on the help that you would like from Spirit, from the angels, from the universe, whoever it is that you connect to. Be specific and ask for guidance in those areas, because then they know exactly what it is that you're asking for help with. Because at the bottom of it, got halfway through that sentence and forgot what the end of it was. At the end, I'll just use at the end of the day because it's easier than trying to find the word. That's the phrase I was using. At the end of the day, you know, Spirit want you to just embrace the flow of life. You know, they don't want you to get hung up on, you know, anything negative. They don't want you to be stressing about things. They just want you to enjoy life and to go with the flow. And here we have the full moon in Gemini, you know, encouraging us to have, you know, that joy, to be our authentic selves, to be positive and to flow, you know. I love that for you, Gemini. Let me just have a drink of water. I'm burning sage at the moment, and as always, it catches my throat. I shouldn't burn sage while I'm reading, should I? Not really, because it interferes with me reading. Anyway, I'll stop waffling. Let's get on. So, tarot. Which tarot were we using, please? They want me to use these today. That's lovely. I've not used these for the last couple of sets of readings, so this is nice. So, what advice do you have for Gemini here, please? They're with me already. Three of Swords, yeah, it's something that's really... Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak. So, you know, it may be that you're distracted by something at the moment that, you know, maybe there's issues around your personal life, or maybe it's about an old relationship, or it just could be something that you've put your passion into that isn't working as you want it to work. So anything that's caused you that feeling of sort of heartbreak or sadness, this is what needs to be brought into the fore, because it kind of feels like you just need to get some ideas to bounce off other people a bit at the moment, Gemini. We have the Hierophant, so there's healing energy here. The Hierophant is a great healer, but also they are teachers. They're people that take the lead. Something here about also doing things in the right way, about putting some structure into a situation, you know. But we see the card of positivity just above, and it feels like, you know, Spirit are saying, you need to take control of this, Gemini, because you can determine how your feelings will flow by focusing on the positivity rather than allowing anything that feels negative to bring you down. So they want you to take charge of that, to bring wisdom into this situation, to enable you to positively allow life to flow. You've got the strength to do it. It's here, right slap bang in the middle of your reading. Yeah, I do feel that some of you have been pulled down by an issue. This won't apply to all of you, but, you know, this is a general reading. But I do feel that some of you have been distracted by this issue or a set of issues that's taking away from the positive things that you have achieved. And Spirit is saying, you know, you have the strength to turn this around. You have the strength to focus on the positivity and to turn your energy around, because obviously the more positive your energy is, then the more positive things will be able to be brought into your life. You may feel, yeah, it's just what I was talking about. They tend to give me a card of the things I'm already talking about, which is interesting. So, you know, here we have you juggling things. You know, you're waiting for things to turn out right. You're waiting for your ship to come in. You feel like you're, you know, maybe juggling emotions at the moment, Gemini, but also juggling things in a practical sense. And you may be being pulled, as I said, in a negative direction from something you're trying to sort out. And you may be saying, look, when is my ship coming in? I don't see it. Could be because you're facing the wrong way, Gemini. You're facing towards negativity rather than positivity for some of you, maybe. You know, how does that feel for you? Spirit said you've got the strength to actually turn this around. You have the authenticity to, you know, be who you are, harness your really positive qualities and move forward. Why are you asking Gemini to attune to the divine? Page of Pentacles. Yeah, sometimes, and this is what I was saying about you maybe talking things through with other people because, or another person that you trust, because it may be that you've got things to learn from others, Gemini, you know? And Spirit can put those, it could be that there's people around you that you're not aware have those particular skills or those particular, the particular ability to guide you in a certain direction. Not even guidance really, but, you know, just to bring new ideas to the table, you know, or a different approach or a different perception maybe. And Spirit is saying, you know, you're onto something good here. We have this page holding the pentacle, but the page is young in their outlook. They're young in their, they're eager to learn, you know. But this page brings stability with them. So, you know, you are on the right track, but I do feel that there may just be something that you can glean from someone else. And it may just be a chance discussion or a chat or something that suddenly just sparks something inside and makes you think, that's what I'm going to try. That's what I'm going to do. That will put an end to this situation or sort this situation or help me find my way through that situation. Ask Spirit to bring those people to you. If that's something that, you know, if you want to follow the guidance, if you feel it connects with you, then, you know, ask Spirit to bring those people to you, Gemini. Oops, I didn't get it, Spirit, I'm sorry. You have the opportunity to rebuild whatever this is that's playing on your mind. You have the opportunity to either rebuild it from the basis that you've got, or to rebuild it in a different way. When we see the Tower card, and I know some of the Tower cards can look a bit alarming, frankly, but, you know, I love the Tower card because it really is a breaking down of something in order to rebuild something more stable and something better. And we see with this pentacle here and the beginning of this learning of this page, bringing this stability, that this is the path that you're on. Now, it doesn't mean that if you've been working on a project and it's not working out quite as you want to and you don't know quite what to do with it, it doesn't mean that it's all going to crumble and you're going to have to rebuild something else. No, this could be about the way you look at it. This could be about your outlook, your perception, and the breaking down of old thought patterns around this situation. And this is why, as I say, Spirit are putting this emphasis on you chatting to other people or talking to other people to actually get a different perspective on this situation. And I think that's where your Tower fits here, Gemini, because you've got a good basis here because the page has brought it. But there's just something here that needs tweaking, and you will be able to rebuild, but you may rebuild it from a different angle and a different perspective. Very interesting. Just seeing what they tell us about the flow of life. Six of Wands, yeah. You know, going with the flow is going to bring you the recognition, the success and the achievement that you're looking for, Gemini. So I don't know what this is for you. It can, as I say, it will be different for all of you, but you are going to achieve here and it is going to be very successful. But Spirit are saying the way to do that is just to go with the flow. Pick up advice along the way and start that rebuild with that new outlook. That is what's going to bring you success. It's also going to bring you a lot of solid ideas, a lot of clarity. You will feel that you're standing in your king energy again, Gemini, regarding whatever that situation is for you, you know. And the King of Swords is very head driven, so, you know, has fantastic ideas, you know, is able to think things through very clearly, is quite analytical in his approach. And I think you'll feel on top of your game again. In fact, I'm going to put this Six of Wands on top of that King, because that is going to bring you success. Let me just see which cards. I think I need to raise my camera a bit because we're a bit close up. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is very much about, you know, the work that you've been doing. You are going to see success. Whatever this issue is that's playing on your mind, there will be success coming from it, Gemini, because you've put the work in. You know, you're still working at it. But we see here the pentacles growing on this tree. So there is going to be some form of material success to whatever it is that you're working on at the moment. Love that. Gemini, I would say that if you would like to look at your own situation and you would like a private reading, a personal reading, I mean, I never know which to call it. You'll find my range of readings at all sorts of different prices, and I start them quite low so that anybody can access them on my Buy Me a Coffee page, which you can access either by the QR code if you're on a big screen, or the information is in the description box below. So let's pull out my favourite, the Moonology cards. We started with Moonology today, which is very interesting because I don't usually do that, but Spirit were very clear that they wanted me to use those cards. So let's finish what we started. Oh, wow. Couldn't make this up, could you? You really couldn't. And I know readers say that quite a lot on YouTube. They say you couldn't make it up, but it is. It surprises us sometimes too. This is what we've been talking about. This is about being open and gleaning bits of information from others that could help change your approach to the situation that you feel stuck in, you know, or stuck with, Gemini. So communication is definitely key at this time. A time to give rather than take. This is about the work that you're putting in. We saw this with the Seven of Pentacles. This is about the current situation and acknowledging the work you've put in the past. So, you know, your success, your achievement is coming, but this is a time to sort of just give that thought, that time to your projects that you're working on, Gemini. I do feel that it's sort of a work-related reading, or a circumstantial reading rather than a love reading, to be honest. I think that's been quite clear with all the pentacles we've had. Let's get some more, please. What do you want to tell Gemini? Thank you. Yeah, look at this. It's worth you putting in that work, sorting out this perception issue, sorting out what you want to do in this set of circumstances with the beginning of this reading. Putting the effort in, because prosperity does lie ahead. How lovely. On the bottom, we see a new start is coming. So there's definitely movement here. There's definitely a push forward in energy for you, Gemini. This new start coming, you'll feel, I think, a lot, you know, more refreshed and a lot more excited about the future, because I think blockages are being removed, but they're blockages that you are being guided to in terms of the people you're meeting, the conversations you're having, and I do think there will be a sudden light bulb moment for you where an idea will suddenly come to you. King of Swords energy, so important for you. I'm going to leave it there. Someone's coming to my door as we speak, so I need to go and answer that. But thank you so much for joining me, Gemini. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all really soon. Bye for now.